Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is, wow, Sunday night, Sixers post-game show. My name is Paul Spencer. That is Cowboy Dave, the showstopper. Thank you for tuning in. It is the final score. Philadelphia wins 126-98. Sixers are 2-1. Season opener in the books. A dub. Dave, what did you see tonight?
Hey, good to be here with you, Paul, for their Sixers post-game live or post-game show, whatever you want to call it. They look good tonight. They did well. The first half, they came out on fire. Embiid did his thing. He's Embiid. The crowd was ready to go. He was a game time decision, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a game time decision after warm ups. He would be, on the shelf or not. But
right. You can't disappoint the fans who are paying all this kind of money to see you. It is your home opener, and you better be on that court because that's what we're paying you to do. You are an MVP for a reason. You were out there tonight. You showed what you got. Then again, it was Portland, so Portland, without Dame. Little different story. They don't have Dame anymore. So, these guys, I don't know most of these guys who are, or most of these guys, I don't know who they are. The only guy I really knew was Thibault because he was with us, a year or two ago.
Speaking of Thibault, 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points for Thibault. Not a very good day. But I kind of thought I was expecting more, but Thibault's more defense than he is for points anyway. So that's pretty much what Matisse Thibault was when he was here with the Sixers. His defense was more than what he scored. Yeah. But is this team they're 2-1. It's a good start so far. The season's only 3 games, so we can't be too excited about it, sure. But and last night they beat Toronto, which was a big win for Nick Nurse. Going into his own building, he's been there for years. Big win against his old team, which is big, And Maxey had a big day last night too. He's been on fire lately too. He's playing really well.
Yeah.
But other than that, look good tonight. Not too bad.
Yeah, of course you're coming, 2-1 now. You're 1-1 off the season to the last 2 games, a home and away. You lost to the Bucks. They're loaded, of course. And then, last night Nick Nurse goes to Toronto, gets his win there. You come back home, you play the Blazers. But Dave, I'm not going to read into this game too much because you really think about it. I watched a lot of all the other teams, of course, because I get every game in the damn world. But watching this Blazer team, you're right. The one word we're missing here is Dame Lillard. It's Dame time. That's something we can't say anymore. But you look at this roster, Dave. Malcolm Brogdon, he came from the Bucks last year. He had a great game, 18 points off the bench. Mm-hmm. Other than that, Jeremiah Grant was the Sixers drafted 4 years ago. He was a Sixer. Matisse Thybulle can't score. DeAndre Ayton, the Suns didn't want him anymore. They shipped his butt out of there.
He had a big 7 points tonight. He wasn't on.
7'3" and can't score a lick. Of course, that's how they got rid of from Phoenix out there. But they started 2 rookies tonight, Skylar Sharp and Scootie Henderson in the draft last year.
Well, Sharp had 20 points. He had a pretty good day.
Yeah, he's a good off the ball scorer. They are young, Dave, and also the Anthony Simmons, their starting point guard, is out for like 4 or 6 weeks. Right. He's a great scorer too. That backcourt with him and Sharp could be something to look out for the future. But
it's a shame because Portland's still looking for the first win. They're 0-3 now. They haven't, they're still looking for that first win. And they're a young team. You could just tell the way they go up and down the floor. Mm-hmm. And I was a little upset with Thibault. Like I said, he's a defensive guy. He didn't score as much tonight. Grant had a pretty good day. He had 17. Sharp had 20. But they're Portland. They're going to have a rough. It could be a rough year for them. Starting out 0-3.
They're going to be a lottery team next year. Right now, honestly, they can start 3 rookies this entire year. Mm-hmm. Sharp, Henderson, and Kamara off the bench who gave you 12 tonight. They're all 3 rookies, Dave. They're set for the future. They're building for the future. They know it. That's why they went out.
Well, that's why they got rid of Dame. So it's that's pretty much where it stands.
Right.
And you could have Dame. Dame's going to give you 25, 30 a night, and they're still going to lose games. It's just going to be that kind of thing,
But you look at tonight's game, Dave. As we spoke earlier, I put on Twitter that when I read that Embiid might be on the shelf tonight. Number one, I'm old school. I even put on Twitter. I was like, hey, listen. If you're on the shelf, I understand that, but dude, what if, say if I saved up a year for my son here who wanted to go to a game and just to see him beat his favorite player and you're on the shelf in a home opener. But hey, he came out, Dave. He had 35 points tonight, Dave. 35.
He did. He had a very good game tonight. And so did Harris. Harris had 24. I like Tobias Harris. I really do. He's good off the dribble. He can shoot. He's very good outside jump shot. And he's elite. He's just a good player all around. he's Harris. It's what you're going to get.
I mean, the thing is, you got to give Harris the ball a lot more. I mean, putting up shots for Harris, I like it tonight. He had 11 shots tonight, hit on 11 of them. 6 for 7 from the free throw line, 50% from the 3-point line. That's something that Harris from the Clippers used to do, Dave. When Glenn Rivers had him, he let him put up the shots. He got to shoot.
But when you're getting double digits from Harris, Embiid, Maxey, and Melton, I mean that's that right there. I mean, that just tells you your starting four are hot, and when they're hot, it's gonna be tough to beat.
Your starting four is legit. I mean, other than you're looking at
except for PJ Tucker, who had 3 points, but he's more that for defense and his rebounding. That's
but the thing is, I said on last night's show, when you play an elite team coming up here, you're going to have to play an opposite of PJ Tucker because you need a scorer out there too. You live by the shot, you die by the shot in 3 points as well. But if you're playing a tough game and your shooting's off, that's when you want to use Tucker to keep it close. But if you're in an offense explosion out there, you might just want to put in maybe. I don't want to see Oubre in the starting lineup. I want him as a sixth.
I like him off the bench. I have to agree with you there, Paul. I do. I like Oubre off the bench. This kid Oubre Jr., man, he's a stud. He can play ball. He really is good.
Eileen checking in saying that now this is a party. Dave does it all: wrestling, Cowboys, baseball, and the Sixers.
Eileen, I'm everywhere, girl.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have Oubre off the bench there, I think it's a great situation. We'll mention this guy's name in a couple minutes here, Dave, but we'll speak of the starting people here now. You look at this team now, Melton coming in the starting lineup, giving you 12. If he can give you 6 to 10 points, I'm good with that. That's what I'm fine with.
Melton's a good point guard, though. He's a very good point guard. It's what he's there to do. Him and Maxey share the ball. I'm okay with that. But the thing with Melton is he can shoot. There's no doubt about that, and he can play defense too. So it's a win-win.
Mm-hmm. He gets a bit more of that run and gun option with the Sixers. I mean, that's something they like to do. That's that Nick Nurse mentality.
Sure.
Get the ball, push it up a little bit. I was kind of skeptical about the one thing I still am skeptical, of course, is the good thing is the Sixers don't play a Thursday night. That gives them beat.
Yeah, they get a little time off. They need it. I mean, they were in Toronto. They had a 2-game road trip. They came home against Portland, which was a layup pretty much. Mm-hmm. And now you got 2 or 3 days off, and then come back and we're ready to go on Thursday.
Yeah, you're off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days off. Then walk through maybe.
And maybe Big Man can get some rest all of a sudden. He can chill.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's the thing with the Nick Nurse offense. They like to run up the court a little bit faster. When he was at Toronto, they like to run and gun a little bit. That kind of situation, which doesn't suit Embiid. It suits everybody on this team opposite of Embiid and Tucker. This team is.
Well, it's a lot of pounding on the feet too. You're going up and down the court so many times. I mean, you get tired. I feel it. I mean, I feel what he's doing. But it's only 3 games. I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing. 82 games is a long season.
It's a long season. It really is.
But I mean, you look at this lineup, Dave. I mean, Tucker, of course. Hey, it's funny. Like last night, he had 1 shot. He scored a 3. Tonight, he takes 2 shots, scores 3 points on a 3-pointer. He reminds me of a Danny Green on offense. You're playing 4 against 5, and he just goes to a corner. I think in practice, PJ Tucker says, "Danny, that's my corner, and this is your corner. We don't go anywhere else. That's where we stay on offense." It's just.
Where was Danny Green tonight? I didn't see him on the court at all. What was up with him?
He was a no play tonight. My coach.
I never played. Okay, gotcha.
He was on the bench tonight. Okay. But you look at Harris, man. I love Harris shooting the ball. He needs to get more shots. 8 for 11, 24 points. I'm
a Harris guy. I am. I liked him. I always liked Harris. I have no problem.
You got to give him more looks. I mean, I'm going back to like Glenn Rivers, in Clipperland, when he was out there.
Sure.
Tobias was averaging 23 points a game every night. I mean, he was a scorer. He took the shots. He had the green light. Because to me, he's one of those guys that can find his own shots off the dribble. Coming off a screen, he can find it. Even if he's one-on-one, he does have a nice little, step back jump shot or a little cruiser in the lane. I like how he plays, but Maxey, man, let's talk about this kid, Dave.
23 years old. It has the world's on his shoulders. I mean, this kid, there's not much of his game that's not bad. I mean, everything he does, he can shoot from the outside. He can take it to the hole. He plays defense. I mean, what more can this kid do? The only thing I think, and now you can disagree with me if you want to, and if you're watching this program, I appreciate it. I don't think Tyrese Maxey goes to his left very well. I just don't. I mean, he goes to his right. He can shoot off the dribble. He can pass and all that stuff, but going to his left is not one of his fortes. That's just me. If I'm disagreeing, if you don't see it, sorry.
No, I mean, every player has that, that hidden thing that they really can't do as well. I mean, a lot of players do it. Larry Bird, they said he couldn't go to his left. He was very slow going to his left, but he didn't need that in his arsenal, of course. I mean, if your coach, values. If you see Embiid a lot, he actually goes to the right side of Maxey for the screen. He doesn't go to the left of him because he knows that he's right-handed. He's fast off the dribble. And the thing is, if you can't stop the pick and roll there, Maxey has the ability to take it to the hole off the pick and roll with that little floater.
And you've said this before. Speed kills, and that's his advantage. He's very fast off the court. He's fast off the dribble. He beats you to the ball every time, and his energy is so strong. It's so like he's upbeat every time. He never gets tired. He's up and down the court. I mean, then again, at the end of the day, he's 23 years old, and when you're that age, you should have energy going up and down the court. There's no that's a given.
Agree. And the thing with Maxey too, he's 23 years old. He's the future. That's why I call him the future of the Sixers here. He's going to be the franchise later on. But the thing is, Dave, when you watch this kid play, he goes out every night, give you 150%. And the one thing that I love about this kid, I love a lot about him. But couple things that I like, he's not afraid to take the shot. He's not afraid to put the game on his back. He'll take the shot whenever he needs to. But the thing with me that I watch this kid, Dave, every look on his face looks like he's having fun.
Well, he's having a blast. Like it's the time of his life because he should be having fun. He's 23. He's in the NBA. What more can you ask for? You're playing for a good team. You're winning. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, I read an article yesterday when Maxey dropped, the quiet game that he had yesterday, last two games actually, and they were, college basketball is on the horizon here, of course, coming up.
I'm very excited about that. But go ahead.
An article, and they said, the last two guards out of Kentucky. One is a legitimate 30-point scorer. He's in Phoenix right now. Devin Booker coming out of Kentucky.
Sure.
And you're talking about Tyrese Maxey here in his third year. How both these guards are Kentucky now. A lot of people are looking at these Kentucky guards because John Calipari has these guys running, and shooting. That's where a lot of the guards are coming out of University of Kentucky now.
I hear you there, but going back to what we're saying here, and having Nick Nurse as your coach, Nick Nurse is a very good coach. He's going to put the right guys in at the right time, and Max he's going to get his minutes. He's going to get his points. It's what it is.
The only
can't stop it.
Now here's Adam checking in. He says he kind of disagrees. I don't believe in Maxey.
At times I don't. When he's playing against good teams like the Celtics and good teams like the Lakers, yeah. I mean, teams like Portland, sure, why not?
Well, he's played good against the Bucks too.
He has, but I mean, the Celtics had his number last year in the playoffs. I mean, they shut him down for the most part.
The Sixers are not as deep as the Boston Celtics,
right? And that's what I'm saying. I mean, teams like that against teams like that, I mean, how many times we've seen Maxey, sometimes he misses shots against teams like that. I've seen it many times. But against teams like Portland, yeah, he's going to put up a 35 spot, or how much he had tonight, 26.
Sure. Yeah, it's not a measuring stick tonight. I can't look at it as a measuring stick.
It's only three games in the season. I mean, it's early. Let's see how he pans out. I have nothing against the kid though. He's a great player.
Oh yeah, he's really great. I mean, he's a future franchise for us. Later on in the season, 23 years old. But Dave, the one thing that does concern me with this team right now, it is called BENCH, the bench. Opposite.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Oubre Jr., where are you?
I mean, it's been a problem for the Sixers for a long time.
That's been a thorn in their side for a long time.
I mean, without Oubre, Dave, you're looking at 2 from House, 2 from Reed, 4 from
Korkmaz had 4.
Springer had 2.
Who?
Springer.
Springer had 2. Yeah, Bev had 4. So there you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing that's going to bother me in the playoffs. I mean, once you get to the playoffs, of course, you're only going to an 8-9 man rotation. But Dave, we don't even know. We know who our 6th man is. That's Kelly Oubre. Maybe it goes down to a 7th man when Harden comes back with Melton as well, coming off the bench with Oubre. But Dave, you're only going 7 guys. Of course, you have.
Well, you got Paul Reed too. Don't take him out of the equation.
That's a center coming in. That's your 8-man rotation. But you can't live with an 8-man rotation going into the playoffs when Boston is.
That was Doc's problem. Doc only went 8. He only went 7-8 when into the playoffs last year. That's all he had. I mean, he could only do so much.
Yeah, it's a difference when all you have. But you look at the Celtics now. I mean, Porzingis is a huge pickup for them.
Sure.
I mean, he's averaging 24 points right now in every game so far. He's an outside shooter. And he's the guy that can actually, okay, if you want to put PJ Tucker on, dude, you're 7'1" Porzingis.
There's going to be times where you see Danny Green might get hot here and there. Maybe his threes are dropping in at times. I mean, I'm not saying consistently. But I mean, if he's on, who knows? And then House does his thing, and Reed does his thing. I mean, it's not the best bench in the world. I'll give you that. But there's going to be times you're going to see some guys drop. They'll drop some here and there.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Maxey is going to get his points, and Embiid's going to get his points. Tobias is that third scorer, of course, there. And of course, when we talk about Harden in a second here coming back. But that bench, Dave, I mean, yes, you live and die by the three. Tucker maybe give you 1-3 a game. You look at, Danny Green, you look at Korkmaz, they're shooters. They play no D. They're shooters. If they get hot, fine. Nick Nurse, ride the wave, put them in the game, let them continue to shoot off the ball screens, pop up threes, wherever you have to do. But Dave, what if they're cold? And let's say Maxey have a bad night. Embiid's having a bad night. One of those two are going to have a bad night. You're not going to have games like this every night.
No, you're not. And that's the thing. You're not going to have games like this every night. But I mean, when you're hot, you're hot. Just stick with it. And I'm sure Nick Nurse he'll make adjustments. He's been around the league a long time.
Yeah, he's an adjustment guy. I mean, you've seen what he did in Toronto. I mean, he had definite defensive specialist in OG Anunoby. I love OG because he's from my school, Indiana. My favorite basketball school. But watch them play. And he's always been around the game. He understands how the game is. The rotation's good so far. But this game tonight, Dave, it's not a measuring stick to me. Of course, it's, a 126-98 victory here. We're 2-1. We won in this home opener. Moving on to Thursday night, we do play the Raptors again coming up this week.
Oh, we got Toronto again? Oh, man.
Toronto's Thursday night game. We'll have them Thursday night. But, Dave, I want to ask you real quick. I want your opinion on this. I'll let you go first because I have my own opinion about this.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, got a little sick today. I took a lot of heat on Twitter for saying this today, and you know how I am. I'm very opinionated. If I'm not right, hey, that's fine. Put me in my place. Let me know. But I put this on Twitter. Keep Harden away from this team. I
totally agree. I've been saying that for years. How long has he been here? 2 years now. I'm sick of James Harden. I can't take him anymore. I'll be the first to tell you. When he first came here, I wasn't a fan. I was like, no.
We talked about that. Yeah,
I've told you that many times how I feel about Harden. I'm not a fan. But
let me ask you this, Dave. When he does come back, because we do know he's coming back, nobody's going to trade.
When is he coming back? Do we know?
He was at the game tonight. He's practicing. Yeah, he was in that little yellow jumpsuit, whatever the hell.
Whatever.
Big Bird, whatever the hell you want to call him. But he was at the game tonight. He'll be back.
His Halloween costume, is that what we call it?
Yeah, that's a Halloween costume. A ball player that's not.
There you go.
But I mean, Dave, he is going to come back. We do know that because I don't think anybody's going to trade their rights. Give us a trade pick because. Listen, you're paying this guy the money unless it's a buyout contract or a buy contract from another team where it's a 3-team trade where we get something out of it. But I don't think that's going to happen because the money's too big right there. And Harden's the cancer right now. Nobody wants to get cancer in their life. You got somebody.
He so wants to go to the Clippers so bad he can taste it.
The Clippers want something big. You know what I mean? They want to give nothing for something. So I don't think it's going to happen. So that's why I say when he comes back here, Dave, what do you do with this dude?
You have to play him. You have no choice. He's got to start.
He's a player. I mean, he's a legitimate starter on any team. I'll give him that.
He is an all-star. He's a complete. I mean, he has a good shot. He does good, but that just puts Melton back on the bench again. That's all it does.
Where do you put him? Where do you put Harden at?
You put him with Maxey, and you're batting in the him and Maxey will be here for 1 and 2. Wow. Harden, Maxey, Embiid, Harris, and Tucker.
Wow. See, I'm opposite. This is what I said on Twitter today. I was like, well, when Harden, when and where he comes back in the lineup, he goes to my 6-man rotation.
No, can't do it.
I think you keep Melton in the game right now because you don't.
You're gonna put. Let me get this straight. You're gonna put Harden over Melton.
Yeah, for the second unit.
Can't do that.
You need that facilitator with Oubre. Oubre's not that facilitator.
Because
somebody give him the ball.
Well, as much as I hate to say that, but you have to remember, Harden and Embiid do work together at times, and when they do work together, it's a fun combination. It's fun to watch.
Well, I think not Melton. I think Maxey coming off the screens is a lot better.
Well, if that's the case, then just take out PJ Tucker and put in Harden. Then you're going to lose that defensive score. Because that's what I'm saying. You lose that defense, right? Exactly.
I mean, you bring in Tucker on the second unit. Who's he sticking? Because a lot of guys, a lot of plays as defense specialists. Say if I'm the leading scorer for my team, Dave, and you're the defense specialist for the Sixers here. I come out of the game, your ass is coming out too. I come back in that game, you're coming in. That's the way they match up. So I can't see Tucker coming in off the bench. I just want.
I can't either. He's defensive guy, and he gets rebounds. So,
Yeah, I want to see Harden coming off the bench. I really do. I mean, I like the way they're
I
playing.
don't think that's going to happen. As much as you want to see it, I'm not seeing that.
I don't see it. I mean, I think they're going to work him in. I think he will come off the
I
bench.
think Melton goes to the bench, and it'll be Maxey, Harden, and you'll have Harris. It'll be like kind of a forward type deal.
I think the first couple games Harden will come off the bench just to get his feet wet.
Well, just to get his feet wet, he might, but he's James Harden, and he could pick it up at any time.
The only thing I think about differently is Nick Nurse is not a what's his name, the damn coach we had before. What's his name?
Doc Rivers.
No, even before him. What the hell's his little Italian boy? What's his name? What the hell was his name?
Before Rivers?
Yeah, the little white guy that was the baby. What's his hell's name? The process kid. What the hell's his name, Dave? The coach.
Collins?
No, Dave. What the hell's his name? The one who is down San Antonio with Popovich right now.
What the hell? Yeah, I got you. I know you're talking about.
Him. Yeah. He's not. He's Nick Nurse is not him. He's not Glenn Rivers.
Brett Brown.
Brett Brown. Thank you.
Brett Brown. Sorry, I went Collins, but I went way back.
Yeah, you took in my childhood days, man.
Brett Brown. I forgot about Brett Brown.
Yeah, but I mean, Brett Brown is not that guy who will just okay, we want to play. You want this? I'll put you in. No problem. Nick Nurse is different. There was games last year. Not last year, but the year they won the championship game, there was games where he benched Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, sure.
Not for rest reasons, for play reasons. A matchup reason. If he was getting burnt on the court, well, guess what? You came in, and Van Fleet was running the ship. Basically.
I'm not seeing Nick Nurse benching Harden anytime soon.
I tell you what, I hope he does sometimes. If he don't play, 6.
I mean, if he's not playing to his potential, he might. But at the end of the day, it's still James Harden. I mean, you can't.
My thing is, look, I don't care what Harden does on the court. If you can give me, if you're not a cancer to this locker room, number one, you're a leader on the team. Two, you got to remember, yes, you can be a 2-option, 3-option for us. But if you can go out there and facilitate the ball, get me between 10 and 15 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists a game, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you. And don't cause the damn cancer in this Sixer lineup and team right now. I
mean, right now there's no cancer besides him. He's about the only one. But with the chemistry, you can see it starting to come. I mean, they're moving the ball.
They're having fun.
They are having fun, and even Embiid's having a good time.
Yeah. Hopefully he stays healthy for any time.
That's the key to the Sixers. That is the key to the 76ers. Your big man has to stay healthy. And I know people if he's not healthy, then there's a little major issues with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can count on Oubre all you want, and you can count on Harris and Maxey, but if big man's hurt, you're in trouble.
I agree. Well, Dave, before we get out of here, we're going to wrap this up in a couple minutes here. I do want to go over a couple sponsors really quick for us, okay?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right. So anybody out there in Philadelphia, if you're jumping up and down and you're feeling so good from a Sixer win today, and you go outside and you slip on something out there, make sure you call my boy 1-800-HURT-123, Attorney Jason Fine, Attorney Big Al. Motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's comp, personal injury claims. Like I said, if you slip and fall out there, let us know. Give me a call. 3 office locations throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Burston, New Jersey, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 3 Greensford Lane, City Your Brotherly Love in Philadelphia there, 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120, and also in Pittsburgh, PA, 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. And guys, listen, it is already 10:50 on a Sunday night. Tomorrow morning, you got to wake up, get ready to go to work, and you better get that coffee. Order it now. The evolution of flavor-infused coffee. MonkeyColdCoffee.com. Promo code OOTBS Sports. Bourbon chocolate chip, toasted coconut rum, Samaritan blend, and the newest blend, organic blend, Peru, La Florida. T-shirts, coffee mugs, all the swag, cold beer diffusers, you name it, K-Cups, they got it for you as well. So make sure you reach out to monkeycoldcoffee.com. Use promo code OTBS Sports at the checkout. And guys, really quick, here is our beautiful lineup coming this week. Starting tomorrow, 2 shows, Joystick Junkie, Sully Squad. Tuesday, Rangers on the Ice, Commanders Gridiron, extra innings talking about World Series. Wednesday, the Batcave, College Football Frenzy, the 215 Boys Stuff with myself and Dave, coming off a huge win. Thursday night, the NFL Weekly Pick'em Show, the NFC East War Room. Wrap up, Sixers versus Raptors again. Friday, the Silver and Black Layer, the Atomic Drop Podcast, Crown Jewel predictions here. Saturday morning, the Golden Dome is my day. My day's exclusive, my day by myself. The Golden Dome pregame at 12 o'clock. And then also we're going to have the Golden Dome postgame right around 4 p.m. And Sunday, we got the Big Blue Power, the rivalry Eagles-Cowboys. Of course, the Sixers and the Suns, and an Eagles post-game show with the Cowboys as well. So, guys, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button. Also on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment Network. Of course,
we are rolling.
19,
Wow, we got a lot of shows.
19 shows this week, Dave. 19 shows.
19. That's a lot of
And
shows.
you know what the
Wow.
crazy thing is, Dave? You
What's
know,
that?
we have a lot of people out there that watch our show, but I'll tell you one thing, Dave. I'm just going to give something out because we have 16 live viewers right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a preview of something coming soon. Okay?
Really? I'm excited.
This is breaking news here.
Breaking news.
We all know that I'm a huge boxing fan, correct?
That is correct.
We all know that we know the 10th ranked boxer in the world, correct?
That is correct too.
He's fighting on December 2nd this year, putting up the title in Miami on a Don King label. Well, Dave, after this fight, he's coming to our network. He's going to be
Trigger. The trigger's back, huh? I love it.
Trigger response. Time to ring the bell. Him and his son are actually going to be doing a podcast because his son is actually a boxer as well. He's 11 years old. He is nasty. I tell you, Trayshawn, man.
Trayshawn coming back. He's been with us a couple times.
Yep, he's always been on the show with the Fight Club before. He's coming on there talking about it before. So he'll be doing his own show coming soon. So make sure you stay tuned to Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. That's going to be one of the shows we're having coming up soon.
Yeah, I had the privilege to actually talk to Trigger for the first time. Very nice guy. Very nice guy.
How do you think I felt? I got knocked out.
Well, he knocked you out.
Literally knocked me out.
He didn't knock me out. He knocked you out.
He actually knocked me out for about a minute and 30 seconds. And
he did. Yes, he did.
But how many people in the world, Dave, can say I've been knocked out by the 10th?
Well, I can. I mean, that's true. Good point. But I actually could say I actually talked to a champion. I think that was a privilege.
Yeah, and actually,
I never talked to a boxing champion before. I can officially say I did that.
Yeah, the thing is, he lives 5 minutes from my house, which is
it's a give. It's a gift, you know.
Good guy. First and foremost, he's very humble.
Very nice guy.
Very humble. Yep, very great guy.
Yep. And I'm looking forward to Friday. I can't wait.
I hear you. But then let's go around the league real quick for some scores before we get out of here. Okay.
Okay.
2 games that are still in progress right now. The Clippers, 93-60 over the Spurs right now. And that just started the fourth quarter, Dave. They're hot. Battle with the Lakers, 85-81. The Nuggets back to back. I mean, they might go back to back here with the MVP Joker, 128-95 over the Thunder.
You know, it's so funny you say about Joker. I mean, my God, the guy doesn't win MVP, but yet he wins the title. Doesn't matter.
My thing is MVP is they shouldn't give MVP out at the end of the season because Joker.
I mean, nothing against Joel. Don't get me wrong. I love Joel.
No, nothing against him, but there's a difference between a preseason, a regular season MVP, and a playoff MVP throughout the season. So I mean, the Warriors won tonight, 106-95. This game kind of surprised me, Dave. The Atlanta Hawks, 127.
Over Milwaukee. Yeah, I saw that.
Surprising. But you know what? This proves to me, Dave, it doesn't matter if you have 3 All-Stars or 4 All-Stars on your team. You're going to lose some games.
Giannis took the night off.
Basically, yeah. I mean, that's basically what he did. He didn't really have to play. I mean, he didn't play that much tonight. I mean, honestly, but you're not going to win 82 games, Dave. You're never going to
Atlanta put 37 points in the second quarter.
I mean, I was watching that game a little bit before. I was watching the Sixer game too, and I tell you, looking at the starters, Dave. Well, Giannis had a quiet 26. Okay.
But okay. Well, that's definitely a quiet day for him.
But here's the thing, Dave. There was one player that didn't show up. Damian Lillard only has 6 points.
That's it. Well, sometimes he doesn't. He not tomorrow he'll score 40. You know.
Tomorrow night he'll score 50.
Right. That's a Dame night. You know.
Yeah, he'll go double nickels tomorrow night.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, listen, Dave. Our Sixers are 2-1 right now.
Yep.
Still young right now. We play the Raptors coming up on Thursday night. Let's go over the schedule real quick. We will have a post game on Thursday night. It is a 7:00 game, so probably be around 10:30ish on that night. Sunday we have a game at 1:00. That game is might be watched on replay because the Dallas Cowboy game is on that day. That's Sunday as well. So we might be doing that post game a little bit later, maybe after I watch the game, or we'll do it the following day because, guys, listen, we got to watch the Cowboys-Eagles game. So that is one thing we have to do. But Dave,
it's only week 9.
What's your final thoughts? As we always do on the Cowboy Show, we're going to bring it over here, bring a little Cowboy love over here. And what's your final thoughts on the Sixers game tonight?
Final thoughts on the Sixers? Exciting. It's going to be an exciting season. You can just tell right off the bat, Maxey, he's awesome. He's going to be awesome. Embiid, as long as he stays healthy, they'll be fine. And Nick Nurse, I'm very excited about Nick Nurse. I want to see what he does with his rotations and how he works it out. Sixer fans, I think you got a playoff team. It's going to be fun to watch.
I agree. I think that it's still young in the season, 2-1 here. My thing is every day just go out and beat who's in front of you on that schedule. Don't play down the competition. Stay healthy. Embiid, go get some rest. You have 4 days off here with a couple of walkthroughs here and there, whatever. Stay healthy because this 60 team can't be something, but I just want to see maybe a couple more signings to get a little more bench players. That's the only thing I want to see here because I'm a little worried about the bench.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun season.
All right, Dave, you ready to get out of here, man? I appreciate you.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, my name is Paul Spencer.
Actually, before we leave real quick, I gotta say, I got to shout out to my softball team today. We beat a team today that was 9-0, and we gave them their first loss of the season. Yes, yours truly got the win, but my man Jimmy Butler actually came in and saved my butt in the 6th inning and kept me alive. So
wait, you mean Jimmy Butler's playing in your team?
Yeah, that's his name. Guy came in there. He came in and took relief for me in the 5th after the 5th inning, and he got the win. He got the save. I got the win. It was a good day. We gave him the first loss, so good day.
There you go. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
You know what, Dave? Since we're doing shout-outs, I want to congratulate myself. I've never had this happen to me before. You know the story. Friday night, we played a regular season game. This has never happened to me before. We went up 49-0 with about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. The other team had the ball. They called timeout. I'm like, okay, not a problem. Take a water break, get the water in for the guys. Next thing you know, he comes on the field, takes a delay of game. I'm like, okay, wow, push him back 5, no problem. Take the penalty, move him back 5.
Sure.
Now it's 2nd down and 15 here. Next thing you know, they come out, they call a timeout. Dave, I look at him like, okay, back-to-back timeouts. This team really sucks. That's why you're down 49-0 right now.
Right.
You know, he walks halfway on the field, stands there, and the ref goes delay a game. Dave, they're not even on the field. Guess where they are?
Leaving.
They're walking to the bus.
Wow.
They walked out, Dave. I've never had that happen in almost 25 years of coaching.
That is crazy. That's just I can't even explain that. I just can't. I mean,
well, there's the problem when you call me overrated when I coach.
This is true. This is true. Don't call you overrated. That's for sure.
And Dave, here's the thing. I just want to put this up there real quick. This is how it all started right here. Tigers, Johnstown Gators are overrated.
Coach Paul is dropping 50 on you this week. He dropped 49.
The funny thing is, Dave, I said this. I put this in the chat thing on the website. I was like, you know what, Summer, I said, I gotta give you credit because I said I was dropping 50. You stopped me at 49.
40. Maybe that's why he didn't want 50 to happen.
Maybe that's what it was. They wanted.
So maybe the next time you play, you say you didn't drop 450 on me, you dropped 49.
You know what? The funny thing is, we will see them in the playoffs because
you probably will. Yeah,
we're 8-1 right now. They are. They're 6-3 right now.
There you go.
One we lost to first place. We lost to by 3 points. They beat us last year in the championship. We already lost to them this year, so that's our only loss. But this team here, 2 and 3 play each other. We're going to see them this time in the playoffs again. So what I'm going to do, Dave, just like I said, I was going to drop 50 on them. They left the game at 49. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to score 50 on them. And then I'm going to make sure I have one more touchdown just in the back.
There you go.
Because you didn't give me 50. You left the game at 49. But
that's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, you ready to get out of here, man?
Let's get out of here. I'm ready to roll.
All right, brother. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is the Sixer post-game show. Every post-game, about 30 minutes after the game here. The final score, 126. The Portland Trail Blazers, 98. My name is Paul Spencer. That is the showstopper, Dave Yarnell. And we'll see you next Thursday night around 10:30. See you then.
See you, everybody. Toast.